So like I mentioned in my review on Tuesday of the Represent Reptars, today I wanted to talk about the Represent Alpha Lows, which I have been so late to the party on, but today I want to give you my full honest opinion of them after owning them for a few weeks now. So let's get into it. But before I get into that, to all my new people, my name is Matt. I make a ton of fashion content just like this, usually every week besides this last month hiatus, but you'll see a ton of fashion content kind of relating to more quality goods rather than all the hype stuff that you see on social media every single day. Trying to break it up a little bit with more quality goods that might go under the radar and where just people just don't notice them because there's no really big hype behind it. Which is saying that brings me right to the Represent Alpha Lows. These have been one of the shoes I've wanted to pick up for such a long time, but for some reason I could never justify the price point of them. But what I've learned over the years is what the price that Represent charges for stuff is actually totally worth it, and there are ways to get discounts on it. So that's why you're seeing this review now of the Alpha Lows and my thoughts of them after owning them for a few months. So jumping into it, there are a bunch of different iterations of the Alpha Lows. These are one of the new renditions. And just to spice it up a bit, I don't think you're going to see this on YouTube, but I have one of the first iterations of the Alpha Lows with this kind of brown sole and nubuck upper to it. These have been one of my favorites, but I just have a tough time wearing them because the sizing on them is extremely tight in the toe box. I can't wear them for a very long time. And these Alpha Lows honestly look so different than their version 1. I believe these are the version 3 of them if I'm not mistaken. But they've come a long way in a few years where this shoe is now this shoe in the lineup. So getting into this Alpha Low in particular, this does feature an all suede upper with a suede liner on the inside. There is only a leather insole in it and everything else is suede, which I personally really like. The only other leather feature that you would ever feel leather on this is on the inside of the tongue, but usually you're going to have some type of sock covering that, so you're not really going to feel it. It does feature a double tongue, which I think looks really cool. On the first tongue, you have your Represent little metal tag on it, and the second one is just plain, nothing to it. But to me, that does give it a little bit more dimension, a little bit cooler look. It's something that's very subtle of a feature, but those subtleties really make a shoe for me. In a lot of the new Represent shoes, it now features a little squiggly, off-colored stitching on it. It does feature it in 4 different places, 2 that are at the very top of the shoe right here, and 2 that are at the very toe box down there. It's more for aesthetics than anything else, which honestly, I really like it. The red, I think, really helps to break it up a little bit, and I think I'm just a sucker for red personally. The laces on these are just a normal cotton material, nothing too crazy about that. The little metal holes, nothing really to it. Going into the midsole, I think what really makes this shoe special, it almost feels like a Fear of God vibe to it, which is probably what they're trying to go for with this. It is made by a company called Gomis, which, like I said in my previous review, I had never even heard of them until I bought my Reptars. And these use the same brand, which is kind of interesting in my opinion, but, you know, nonetheless, not really that important. And on the back of these shoes back here, you have a little pull tab, which I don't really use. I think I've seen someone rip theirs off before, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. And overall, I mean, I don't think there's really much else for me to talk about this shoe because it's pretty much a plain looking shoe. This kind of just looks like a normal Vans shoe, but in my opinion, there's enough subtleties to it. There's enough like little details to it that really make it special. Now, is it worth the full retail price? In my opinion, no, but if you can buy it on a discount, I definitely think it's worth it, but you're a very particular buyer in my opinion. Where if I'm getting into the pros with the shoes, I definitely think the quality of them is one. The uniqueness of the shoe is, I think, a little understated. I think it's for someone who wants a very subtle flex look rather than having something that's very loud on its own. This one definitely can complement an outfit very well and really help bring up your outfit just a notch. So instead of just wearing a normal Vans old school, maybe put on the Represent Alpha Lows and you'll get a kind of a little bit different look, and it's something that's that small but can make a big difference. The cons, in my opinion, are just kind of like that price tag with it. I definitely think it's worth the price tag, but that definitely becomes a con in my opinion because it does put it out of reach for some people. But I'm pretty sure you can buy these used for around $150, which if you're buying them in a good condition at $150, I think that they're really good. I think that they'll last you for a good amount of time. But honestly, I still think these are for a very particular buyer that really wants a certain look, and for me, it fits my aesthetic really well. If you're into the Represent aesthetic, you'll probably already own these, so there's not much I have to say to you about that. But overall, these have been another one of my favorite pickups this year. Basically, in the past month have been some of my favorites, which has been a month that I haven't been on YouTube, coincidentally. But you're going to be seeing them all very soon. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are of the Represent Alpha Lows in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have picked them up and your guys' thoughts on them. And if you've owned them for longer, how's the lasting quality of them? I'd love to know it. But thank you guys all for stopping by the channel. Again, if you're new here, please subscribe down below. It really helps out a small channel like myself. And I think we're like 300 away from 1,000, which is crazy to me because there's been like 200 people brand new to this channel in the past like month and a half. So thank you for all you guys who are watching the channel. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I hope to be able to do something soon for that and celebrate 1,000 subscribers with you, because that's honestly a big milestone for me personally. So again, thank you guys so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.